In this segment of Stay Home Hair, we're looking at how to do an undercut, how to touch up an undercut. If you already have this done, you'll have a pattern already made by your hairdresser, and you just want to clean this up if the hair is starting to get too long. You can also use some of the tips in this video for trimming the edges only in a man's haircut or a woman's haircut that's very close cropped. So, I've already sectioned out the hair. We've separated the long part from the part where the undercut begins, and you can see clearly that there's your perimeter lines here, and that's the first place we're going to work. I'm using a small trimmer clipper. You can also work, if you just have a regular clipper at home, you can use the regular clipper without a guard for this part only. So the first thing to do with a comb is kind of put that into there so that none of this hair escapes. Even though you've got it clipped, sometimes they'll want to pop loose. And going just along the line of the undercut, and trying not to cut back up into the hair that's underneath the comb. We go over our line. It's a good idea to stop and stand back and have a look and make sure you're at the right place. So now you can see that our outline is much clearer than it was before. Having cut our outline now, that's our line that shows us where to stop. I'm moving on to a normal size clipper, and I've got a number 1 guard. You might use a half guard or no guard at all, depending on how close to the skin you want. A number 1 is definitely a good place to start with an undercut and maybe work down from there. So because we've got this line, the next part is very easy. Just turn our clippers on, hold the head steady so that the head's not pushing away from you, and because you need to put some pressure, and go right up in there and shave that off. It's very satisfying. When you're getting up close to your line, you can use your hand or you can use your comb to push the hair away. But the outline's made it so that you don't have to worry about going into the other hair. And you can go right up to the edges. This, by the way, is a little birthmark where the hair is completely white in this circle. You can use a little cosmetic brush, a powder brush, if you don't have a neck brush, but it's a good idea to get all of this hair off of the skin so that you can see where your outlines are at the edges. Back with our little clippers. If you don't have little clippers, little edgers, just use these clippers again with the guard off in the same way. So you just want to go up to the hairline, then follow the natural hairline, or if you want to make shapes in there, you can try that. And just go around the edges, cleaning up all the little messy neck hairs. Stand back, have a little look. You want to make sure that your two sides are symmetric. That can be a little bit tricky because it's not always that the person's hairline is symmetric. Another little cleanup. And we're done.